is Dr. Chetna Sharma, and today I am back with my new video. Today we are going to discuss on goal making, the importance of the goal and how to achieve the goal. So primarily we are focusing on the goal making by the students, and many of the inputs I am getting, and the children, they ask me that ma'am, just help us about how to make a goal and how to achieve that. So the first most important aspect before you frame a goal, the very crucial point to be remembered is something which is achievable. By this term I want to make clear one aspect, that is, everyone is blessed to have one aptitude. The aptitude is the by birth, like by birth we are blessed to with the ability to do something very good in comparison to the others. So that is our aptitude. So while framing the goal, the very important point is sit for a while, think about your strength, think about the aptitude which you have. Now aptitude should not be confused with attitude. Aptitude means the natural ability to do something good. And what is that? So the most important point is you should not be carried away or should not be influenced by the superficial glamour of picking a goal, looking at friends or their charm or their inclination for any goal should not play a pivotal role in deciding your goal, because you are unique, right? So I'll give you a very good example. The birds, if you ask a bird to swim, the bird cannot swim, right? The same way, if you tell a fish to fly, the fish cannot fly. So as simple as that. So it is very important, otherwise you just move ahead with a impractical goal, we would end up in frustration and disappointment. So I have taken, prepared a note also. The most important thing here is the goal making. So goal making, first of all, you explore what is your aptitude and then your interest and ability, right? See, at times we do understand that at ease you can do something, whereas other things are challenges. Say for example, you are very good at having a good grip on the languages, wherever mathematics is a thing of difficulty for you. So in that case, if you are listening to your abilities, your inner heart and your capabilities, interest, aptitude, you are going to make a right choice of choosing something which coincides with your aptitude and interest. So again, very important thing is you try to convince your parents that this is something which I can do at ease. Maximum time I have seen the parents that they influence the children that I want you should do this, I want you should become a doctor, I want you should be an IAS officer. So it is a request to the parents also that they are individual. The children, they are individual, they are blessed to have their strength, and everyone does have the weakness also. So you give the nourishment, you give the upbringing, you give the proper knowledge, but at the end of the day, that liberty should be with the child after attaining a particular age, that he should be picking up a goal. So this is about how you are picking up a goal. No, you have said, this is my strength, this is something which I can move ahead in my future, that this is something I can do better than others, and you move ahead with that, right? And at times we are stuck with something somewhere. So here comes the role of a mentor. So who is a mentor? Mentor can be a teacher of yours, mentor can be an elder, mentor can be your parents also, who guide you with the right thing. In spite of understanding our capabilities also at times we are stuck in deciding the goal. So there comes the role of a mentor, and that's why we call it mentor. Mentoring is different. It is a very comprehensive term. So you ask whoever is your mentor, the teachers can be a mentor, ki sir, what if I am taking up this, please guide me with your suggestions and valuable guidelines. So that is setting a goal. Second thing is you have to frame strategy to achieve the goal. And there is a very well saying that if your goal is a long-term goal, you have to break it to the short-term goals, which is achievable, which is reachable. Say for example, your target is doing something, opting for a particular profession and chasing that and getting the success, cracking particular examination. So what you have to do is you have to make a short term goal. You know the content, and again I'm coming to very important point that after setting a goal you have to have all the relevant informations required to get into it. If particular thing you have chosen that I have to become this, then you should be knowing that what are the departments, what are the agencies who all are conducting the examination, at what level, how many marks, what is the selection criteria, and everything is available at a fingertip on the Google. So you should have the adequate information about the path, the roadway. Next comes is you have to understand the level of competition which the examination will have. It is very much required that you should estimate yourself practically, and at any point of time you should not be in the world of illusion or state of the vague mindset where you consider things to be very easy. You should have the positive mindset. At the same time, you should visualize the competition around. So when you are aware of the challenges, then only you can make a strategy. So then comes the strategy building. The second most crucial point is strategy making, that is your day-to-day plan of action. Because your journey is long, you have to break into short-term targets. The targets which are practically designed and which are which can be fetched, which can be implemented and executed. So in strategy you have to understand what is your capability, and accordingly you have to frame a timeline, you have to make a timetable, and you have to have the consistency to follow it. When I mean consistency, that means relentlessly you have to chase it with a firm positive mindset without having the give up attitude, because nothing comes easy, but at the same time it is not impossible. So strategy management is very, very crucial, where you are breaking the long term target to a short term strategy. You may plan for a week, you may plan for a month. In a week you may plan for the daily schedule, how many study hours, what is your doubt clearing session, and for how many quality hours you are giving for revision. Please remember that consistency, hard work, they do not have any substitute, and no person is successful on the universe without putting in great efforts. So it is consistency, hard work, determination, firm attitude and positive mindset. These are the things, these are the ingredients, these are the components you have to inculcate, you have to develop, you have to groom within you, because you are the one who is going to follow the schedule, and that too for a long duration. So you have to have a never give up attitude. So this is one, that is your strategy making. And the next comes is time management. Many students, they meet me and they tell me that I am just putting in 18 hours of efforts or 20 hours I'm studying. Doesn't matter how much you study, but whatever hours of studies you are putting in, that must be very, very constructively designed, and your level of focus should be maximum, because that will give you the quality results. So you are the one who will practically estimate that I need to give this much of study hours without fail. In case you have some other assignment which comes on the way, then you have to decide the priority, that this work, this assignment, this goal of yours is how much crucial for you. So the next thing is follow up. Follow up is very, very important, because at the end of the week you have to have a clear picture right in front of you. When you talk to yourself about the short term achievement of your goal in a week time, whatever initially you had planned, because when you had planned should match with how much you have achieved. So at the end of the week, you are the one who is going to match the plan of action which you prepared beforehand, and at the end of the week or end of the fortnight or at end of the month, how much you have achieved. And then again you have to develop your remedial plan of action, because you have to somehow match it. And this is what is relentlessly you are going to do for days together, for months together, without having this in your mind that yes, enough, I have studied enough and now I'm losing my patience. You have to have lots of patience. You have to have lots of perseverance within you. Then next is you have to keep yourself very positive, because I have seen children, they just break down, finally give up their goal and the targets because of the family pressure, because of the at times the taunts which we pass on as family members, as parents, or because of the unwanted things. And finally what happens is you find yourself very much depressed and frustrated. So you are the one who is responsible for yourself, very, very positive. So ignore anything which comes on the way, maybe a negative remark, maybe a setbacks, or maybe temporarily something which may disturb you for a while, but ultimately you will not lose until unless you claim yourself and you just finally conclude yourself to be a loser. Until unless you have finally decided that yes, I have given up, no one can defeat you. You are the one who will decide that I will pursue with my journey, or I have given up. So others will keep saying, but you need not lend ears to what others are saying. I'm talking about the waste nonsense things which others say, maybe your friend's remark which is not going to help you, or which is a negative statement and remark which you should not be entertaining, and you should not be focusing much on that. So in a very nutshell, I just tried to tell you that how to achieve the goal, and believe me, my dear children, it is really going to help you out a lot. Please comment whatever your inputs, and after hearing the video, what all videos you want to have from my side, I'll also accordingly just try to give it to you, so that it is beneficial in your journey. And please like my video and share my video. At the same time, please don't forget to write me back, because it's the bond of affection between you and me. Probably this is a channel which is going to help you guys, and this channel should this medium of communication which I have devised because of the lockdown, I'm not meeting anyone in person, so it will certainly help you with the feeling and with the perception that it is going to be a good helpful one.